What's up guys, Toastncoffee here. I'm bringing you a change of pace. I'm doing hardcore domination on Dome. Now, I always think it's a good idea, if you're having trouble in your games, you should really just switch it up and change the game mode, and that's what I was doing here. I was having trouble. I had a couple of bad games before this, but then I decided, why not? I'll try hardcore domination, and I had a really good game. So, first of all, the classes I'm using and the kill streaks. It works pretty well. P90 extended mags. Now, with this, in hardcore domination, it takes so few shots to kill that you're pretty much never going to need to reload this gun. And plus, they nerfed it in the regular game, so I've been realizing I used to play drop zone with this gun all the time, but then they nerfed it. So it really didn't work that well, and I was very disappointed because this was my favorite gun, and used it quite a lot. It was my favorite gun. But now in hardcore domination, I can use it again because it takes so few shots to kill people. You'll notice that I've been putting up UAVs, mostly because in hardcore this gives you such a huge advantage over your other team, because if you don't have a UAV up, you don't have a mini-map, so you don't know where people are, you don't know where the domination points are. It really gives you a huge benefit if you put up the UAVs. I also am running Predator Missile and Attack Helicopter just because that's the default. This is my first hardcore domination game. I didn't really know what to expect, but in hindsight it's working out pretty well. I've gotten 2 Predator Missiles so far this game and 2 Attack Helicopters, and it's working out pretty well. One thing I will note, though, with Predator Missile, you have to be really careful in hardcore domination. Oh, yes, look at that triple. With Predator Missile, you have to be really careful because you will hit your teammates, and anytime you hit your teammates, you die. So I've lost some really good kill streaks because my Predator Missile, there are 2 guys, and then one of my idiot teammates comes in and kills me there. One other thing I have to say about hardcore domination that I don't like so much, you got campers. You have so many campers, and compared to other game modes, it's really easy in this game mode to hunker down in a corner and camp, because it takes so few shots to kill, and you don't have a kill cam, so you can't figure out where they're coming from. So I will say that as a note of caution. If you play this game mode, prepare to deal with campers, because it does get very annoying. They end your kill streaks. It's a pain in the ass. In terms of map spots on Dome, you've noticed I keep coming to this area right out here outside the hangar. That's because they control C and B, so that means they're always going to... Look, here comes another one around this corner right here. And it's very easy to pick them off as they come around this corner. They're very exposed. This lip right here beside the bunker, I guess you could call it, is also good because people come out of the bunker and they won't be looking for you there, so it's a good place to reload or put up the UAVs. Oh yeah, now that I mentioned the UAVs, if you're using them, be very careful because they take forever to pull out. You really have to get into cover to pull out the UAVs, which is a pain in the neck. Because it takes pretty much about as long as reloading, so if you pull it out in a high traffic area, you're going to get shot and killed because it takes too long to take out and pull back in. Also, you might have noticed that I pulled out a grenade back there to try to throw up the slope, but once again, you have to be very careful because grenades will kill you. They'll kill you as much as they kill your teammates. Because they hit your teammates and then they explode and they deal ricochet damage to you, which is a pain in the neck. I have another Predator Missile here, but I didn't get to call it in. Got my Attack Helicopter here, calling in. Looks like I'm going to call in my Predator Missile. And, oh, damn it. So here actually my game froze, host connection migration. I don't know what it is, but when I play hardcore domination, I seem to have a lot of host issues. They transfer it a lot, they mess it up. I can go 2 or 3 games in a hardcore domination game without getting kicked out, and as you see here, it really ruined a good game for me. I was luckily able to get back into the same game later, but then I had a hard time getting started again, so it's a pain in the neck because the attack helicopter I was about to call in was going to do work. I could already tell, because in hardcore domination, the attack helicopter is very good because it takes so few shots to kill that the attack helicopter basically just has to buzz the guy and then he's dead. So also, it's very difficult to shoot down helicopters, because if you're looking up into the air like an idiot with your stinger out, someone's going to come around and kill you. So it's pretty easy to kill the guys that are trying to take down your helicopter. So a lot of people don't even bother, which is perfect if you're trying to put up helicopters, because they kill people faster and less people are trying to take them down. So even though they are the default kill streaks, I would recommend them quite a bit because they work out quite well. The Predator missile, if you're careful with it, gets you to the attack helicopter, and then the attack helicopter does work. So as you can see, I'm having trouble getting started again in this game. Looks like the spawns have switched since I die again. Looks like the spawns have switched since I was last in this game, so it's going a little rough for me. This reminds me right here. One thing that's different about hardcore, you don't regenerate health. So if you get shot like I did right here, and your screen's gonna remain bloody for until you die next. So just you can still kill people like I just did right there, but you're really susceptible to anything. You fall off anything, you die. You hit the ground, you die. I've killed people with flashbangs in hardcore domination that I've killed earlier because you just have so little health when you've been shot. So just remember that there's no hiding in a corner and waiting till your health gets better. It's really, you run around, you get shot, you die, and if you do manage to get away in time, there's really no point because you're still gonna have as much damage. So any of you that like to use the tactic of perhaps running away from a gunfight instead of engaging in it, I would not recommend it. I would just recommend continue just shooting. Don't run away, because there's no point running away in this game mode. Even if you're close to cover, just keep firing because it's not worth it. You get shot, you're still going to have that damage on you. I got another UAV. You really should go behind cover to pull it out, because those guys were going to come around and get me. I buzzed A, so I hope some people are going to come down, and with my UAV I can see that there are people that are going to come down here. So I can get that, I can almost get that guy, and get that guy too. In this game, I like Dome because I feel like it's a lot closer than everything else is, so you can really run around and flank people. So if you know what you're doing, Dome is a great map to play on because you can flank people. If you know where they spawn, you can get right in their spawn. And like right here, I know they're spawning at B, so there are going to be a lot of them, and I died right there unfortunately, but looks like I'm getting back on a roll here. That was probably an 8 or 9 kill streak. And another thing about this game mode is you don't have any of the scores at the bottom, so I don't actually know how close to victory you are here. The only way for you to check that is to go and check your kills, and then at the top of each team it'll show the score. And that's how you know how close you are to winning. Other than that, though, you pretty much are running blind in terms of your gun stats. You don't know how many bullets you have in your gun. You don't know how many what your score is. So you also don't know how close you are to your next kill streak. So there's a lot more to manage in hardcore, and I don't mind it because I like the gameplay more. I like when you kill people faster. I just think like whoever has the drop on the other person wins. So it's all about getting the position. It's all about flanking the person, getting them from behind. And I like that. I think it's more exciting, more interesting. But you do have to keep a little more in mind. So like right here, I know they're spawning by C. Why don't I just stay in here? So I stay in here, get my Predator missile. You'll notice I keep coming back to this spot right here. It's a great spot to call in kill streaks because you're guaranteed a little bit of cover there. So you can pull out your Predator missile, no problem, and you get your helicopter, and looks like we won. Excellent. So even though I was gone for a section of the game, we still won, pulled it out in the end, and wow, that is a really lame final kill. That is pathetic. Yeah, those campers. But hope you enjoyed this video. You should subscribe if you like it. Hit the like button, and I'm sure we'll have more content out soon. So thank you very much.